So now you know a lot about Dinner is. You know how old Dinner was on Dinner is. Well, you know, we need to know a bit more about times. The first part is outer Pinikal, which means descending eras of happiness. The second part is Utsar Pinikal, which means ascending eras of happiness. Each part has 6 eras. In the first era of the Outer Pinikal, it is extreme happiness, and it is also known as the Sukham Kal. In the 6th era of the Outer Pinikal, it has extreme sorrows and no happiness, and it is also known as the Dukham Kal. We are in the 5th era of the Outer Pinikal. The first Tirthankar, Sri Adinath Bhagwan, achieved moksha in the 3rd era of this Outer Pinikal. Neminath Bhagwan and the other 22 Tirthankars achieved moksha in the 4th era of this Outer Pinikal. So exactly how old is Neminath Bhagwan's Prathimaji? 4th or 3rd? 4th era or 3rd era? When do you think Neminath Bhagwan?
Speaker pass na microphone
We know that Neminath Bhagwan achieved moksha in the 4th era of the Outer Pinikal. But his Prathimaji was completed in the 3rd era, but not the 3rd era of this Outer Pinikal, but the 3rd era of the previous Outer Pinikal. After 4,200 years of the start of the previous Outer Pinikal, Sri Sagar Tirthankar achieved Kevalya. Brahmadev Devta went for Vandal, and he found out that he would become a Gandhar during the time of Neminath Bhagwan Sashin. In order to start Bhakti of Neminath Bhagwan right from that, Brahmadev Devta created the Prathimaji of Neminath Bhagwan we currently have on Dinar. So exactly how old is Neminath Bhagwan's Prathimaji? In order to work out how old Neminath Bhagwan's Prathimaji is, we need to work out the number of years full cycle. From that, take away the number of years in the black arc represented. One cycle has 20 Goda Kodi Sagarokam. One Sagarokam is an innumerable number of years, which will take a long time to understand. So for now, just imagine a number with more than 200 digits. One Goda Kodi Sagarokam is 100 million Sagarokam years. Let's abbreviate Goda Kodi Sagarokam as KKST. So the time of one cycle is 20 KKST. As you can see, there's 10 on each side. The number of years in the black arc is 165,730 years. So the time of the Prathimaji was created is 20 KKST minus the 165,734 years. This would be 265,734 years, which is a long number of thousands of digits. Hope you all now have a better understanding of how Neminath Now let's listen to the wonderful story of 9th Bhav of our Lord Neminath. Saripuri city was located in Bharat Kshetra and situated on the southern end of Jambudvip. The city was ruled by King Samudra Vijay, who was a descendant. His queen was Shiva Devi. Once, at the far end of night, Queen Shivadevi saw 14 auspicious dreams. And at that time, on the 12th day of the Krishna Paksha of Kartika month, the soul of Shank Kumar, after completing lifespan in Aparatic Devlok, took birth in the womb of Shivadevi. In due course, on the 5th day of the Shukla Paksha of Shravana month, Shivadevi gave birth to a dusky prince who bore the auspicious symbol of a Shank. At that very moment, 56 Dikumari and 64 Indra celebrated the birth of Tirthankar on their abodes and in the top of Meru mountain respectively. King Samudra Vijay also felt a wave of happiness on learning about the arrival of the prince. When the Lord was in womb, Shivadevi had seen rich sajans positioned in a circular periphery, and in accordance with that dream, the little prince was named Rishtanemi. Following orders from Indra, Apsaras residing in the heavens began taking care of the child, and other celestial beings took the form of children of similar age and came down to play with him. Went to a garden with his friends and family. On seeing the child prince named Kumar in the garden, Saudharma Indra of the first heaven, told the other celestial beings with great zeal, in this world, King Samudra Vijay is the most blessed soul because he has been fortunate to have Lord Neminath as his son. Even though Lord Neminath is still a child, his strength is unmatched, seldom to be found in any other man, celestial being, or Rakshas. If one were to put the strength of Lord Neminath on one side of the scale and the strength of everyone else in these three worlds on the other side, it still would be a futile comparison, similar to the likes of comparing Mount Meru with the sesame seed. Here so much praise from Saudharma Devi. Lord, Lord Neminath, when they had traveled for about 1.25 lakh yojan, the Lord, using his Abdi, learned about the evil intention of the celestial beings. Immediately, Lord Neminath displayed that the celestial beings fell to the oceans inside the earth. Lord Indra this came to the place where Lord Neminath was and asked for forgiveness on behalf of all the celestial beings. And after putting the Lord back to his position in his cradle, took them back to heaven. Silently seeing all the action unfolding before them, King Samudra Vijay and the others were left bewildered of the child's strength. And everyone started dancing with joy. The celestial beings too, after celebrating in the temple of the Lord, went back to their respective places, remembering the name of the Lord. Since then, Lord Neminath was protected by crores of celestial beings, and he began growing up. The passage of time, Lord Neminath reached youth. He was 10 Dhanush tall. Once Indra, while praising Lord Neminath for his strength, said there is no one in this universe of three worlds who can even remotely match Lord Neminath in fortitude, valor, strength, generosity, charm, and virtues. Hearing this, some evil celestial beings, in order to classify the words of Lord Indra, came down near Girnar mountain and established a city by the name Sudar and started living there. From there, they traveled to Dwarka and started scaring the people there. People were terrified since their trouble in the city. Upon learning this, an angry Anadrushti waged war with those evil celestial beings.
However, those Celestials using their powers easily defeated Arnadrishti. Thereafter, Krishna and Balaram followed him into the war. The evil beings defeated them too using their powers. At that time, the wives of Sri Krishna sneered at Lord Neminath and said that, "O Arishanemi, we have heard that evil Nanda, supreme beings possess infinite courage. You too have been born in a family as an Arad. Then show your limitless and controlled valor at a time when your brothers are ruthlessly being defeated in the war." Lord Neminath set up the bar with his evil celestial beings who had defeated his brothers. At that time, following the orders of Indra, the charioteer Nilpatri came there with the finest of his chariots. Lord Neminath climbed up the chariot and instantly reached that illusory city where the war was being fought. Lord Neminath, he then blew a conch shell, thereby inviting all his enemies. Those evil celestial beings too came there and conjured up some frightening faces. Neminath smirked on seeing this, and within no time prepared the strings of the bow. He then took out the undefeatable and fear-evoking Vayabhya weapon. After loading the strings of the bow as far back as his ears, unleashed the Vayabhya weapon. The thrust of the bow created such wind that all the planes and vehicles of the evil celestial beings were strewn all over the cosmos, just like a cotton ball in the air. They crashed into each other due to the impact of the wind, a showering of fireballs, similar to the clouds of the doomsday. This Hana Asta, can I recall unconsciously. Siddhartha Sundar came down after praising Lord Neminath. Hearing the prayer of Indra, Lord Neminath pulled back both his weapons, which made all the evil celestial beings consciousness. He thanked the Lord and begged for his forgiveness and fell down at his feet.
વેરી ગુડ. બહુ સરસ. આપણા અહીંયા આ છોકરાઓ જેવી રીતના સમજાવે છે, મને એમ લાગે છે ફ્યુચરની અંદર આપણી પાસે ડોક્ટર વિનોદભાઈ કપાસી છે, પીએચડી ઇન જૈનિઝમ કરેલું છે. આ છોકરાઓ પણ જે રીતે એક્સપ્લેન કરે છે એમ લાગે છે કે આ બધા પણ ડોક્ટર ઇન જૈનિઝમ કરે તો આપણા મહાવીર ફાઉન્ડેશનનું નામ રોશન થશે.
What a wonderful performance. I'm sure by now તમારા બધાનું થોડુંક તો નોલેજ ગિરનાર માટે, નેમિનાથ ભગવાન માટે અને એના મહાત્મ્ય વિશે બધું ગયું હશે. પણ as they say, story તો અભી બાકી है. We have not even reached halfway, but it's time for another wonderful dance performance by our Kul Deepikas. So please give them a big round of applause and get ready for some more music and dance. And then more kids will follow for some further knowledge.
Pranam, Jai Jinendra everyone. Just taking your 2 minutes as we are celebrating a special occasion of Pratishtha Mahotsav of Lakshmi Devi and Saraswati Ma at our profound Mahavir Foundation. We, Mahavir Mandal, under the roof of Mahavir Foundation, would like to dedicate our act to glorify womanhood, where we'll be showing a journey of a girl who was going to become a bride, but chooses the path of celibacy for her betterment. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your time.
11 to 20. Big kids, side માં બેસી જાઓ. 11 to 20 numbers.
પશુઓના પોકારનું નિમિત્ત પામીને ચોરસથી દર્શને પાછો વળ્યો. જ્યારે નેમકુમાર આવ્યા વડે ગિરનાર સંયમ માર્ગ ત્યારે રાજકુમારી ગાંધીના અહીંયાની વાત આ પશુને ઉગારવા એ તો બહાનું હતું. મારા નેમકુમાર તો મને જ તારવા આવ્યા. હવે નેમ આપે જે તેથી લીધું એ નથી પામવું. આપે પામ્યા છો તે જ પામવું. હવે તો આપ સાથે સત્ય મેળાપ થશે રચો 100 રૂપિયા આપ સાથે જ ફેરા ફરીશ પ્રદક્ષિણા રૂપે આપનું મંગળસૂત્ર ધારણ કરીશ કરેલી સંતે રૂપે આપનું સિંદૂર માથે ચડાવીશ તવ આજ્ઞા સ્વરૂપે આજ લવભવથી પ્રીત પૂરી થશે જો રાજુને ને મળી થશે તું જો
એક વાર બંને હાથ ઉપર કરીને એક કાનને ધરોડે એક વાર જોરદાર આ બધા છે ને આ જે ઉંમરની અંદર નૃત્ય કરી રહ્યા છે ને એકવાર એમના માટે આપણે બધા સ્ટેન્ડિંગ ઓવેશન આપીને જોરદાર તાળીઓથી બતાવો જોઈએ પ્લીઝ જેટલા પણ બેઠા છે બધા એકવાર ઉભા થઈને જોરદાર તાળીઓથી બતાવો આટલી તાળી એમના માટે ઓછી છે હજી એકવાર જોરદાર તાળીઓ ચાલો બધા બેસી જજો બહુ સરસ સ્ટેન્ડિંગ ઓવેશન થેન્ક યુ અમારો નંબર આવે ત્યારે પણ ઊભા થજો સરસ ચાલો 11 to 20 11 to 20 મોટા પાઠશાળાના બાળકો પધારો યસ કમ ઓન માનવ અતિ ફાસ્ટ નિર્વી આપણી પાસે ટાઈમ નથી કમ 11 12 13 14 જેમ કીધું તેમ ઊભું રહેવાનું માનવ સ્ટાર્ટ યસ યા કમ ઓન ચાલો ઓકે ચાલો મજા આવી બધાને મજા આવી મ્યુઝિક સાંભળ્યું હવે થોડું જ્ઞાન મેળવી એકવાર આ છોકરાઓ માટે તાળી
One fine day, when Lord Neminath was out for recreation, Upon persuasion from his friends, he went to Sri Krishna's armory, despite his lack of interest. There, he started playing with Sri Krishna's weapons. He took Krishna's chakra and swiveled it around like a wheel of potter. He lifted a very heavy commodity base and snapped it as if it was a twig of wood. After this, he blew the Panchajanya conch shell of Sri Krishna, and the sound created was so intense that it seemed as if the elephants of the three worlds had broken away from their sheds and gone helter-skelter out of fear, as if the horses had surmounted the barriers and gone berserk, and as if the entire city had gone deaf from the high-pitched shriek of the conch shell. Upon hearing this sound, Sri Krishna thought that some enemy had woken up and went to his armory to figure out for himself who had blown the conch shell. He was astonished to see Nemakumar there. And since Nemakumar was mightier than him, fear gripped him that Nemakumar would usurp his kingdom in the future. And so, he was anxious and found solace nowhere. And so, to determine who was mightier, he took Krishna to the fighting arena. And there, he told, contests such as rolling on the ground and others do not meet our prestige. So let us test our strength by seeing who can bend each other's arms. Krishna consented. Firstly, Neminath successfully bent the arms of Sri Krishna as if it was a small twig of a bamboo tree. When Krishna tried to bend the trunk-like strong arms of Sri Krishna, he was unsuccessful. Instead, when Neminath lifted his arms, it made Krishna, who was hanging down from him, look like a monkey hanging down from a tree. Just like a gambler who had lost a plot, Krishna was defeated in this contest.
Just for 1 minute, I would like to invite
Worried that Neminath will usurp his kingdom in the twinkling of an eye, he asked Balbhadra, what should we do now? At that time, a celestial revelation was made from the sky that Lord Neminath, the 21st Tirthankara, has proclaimed in the past that Neminath will be the 22nd Tirthankara after him and will renounce the world without getting married. Hearing this, Krishna felt a little relieved. Krishna smartly played some tricks with his wives to convince Neminath to get married. Everyone believed that Neminath had given his approval for marriage. Overjoyed by this, Krishna mounted Lord Neminath on a majestic elephant and brought him back to Dwarka. Krishna broke the good news to King Samudravijay and Queen Shivadevi that Neminath had agreed to get married. And in excitement, Krishna immediately went to King Ugrasen and asked for the hand of his daughter, Rajimati, for Lord Neminath by saying that Neminath was a much better suitor than himself. Ugrasen was also pleased and said that this palace and this wealth are all yours. You don't have to ask for it. After that, Krishna apprised King Samudravijay of this and called upon the astrologers to decide an auspicious date for the marriage. The astrologers told that in monsoon season, no auspicious events are to be done, let alone something of the scale of a wedding. King Samudravijay replied that with great difficulty, Krishna has convinced Neminath to get married, so he must delay it no further. Please find out a suitable date in the near future. The astrologers identified the 6th day of the Shukla Paksha of Shravan month for marriage.
King Samudravijay and Krishna immediately began the wedding preparation. And as the day of the wedding approached, festivities in the form of music, shehnai, musical instrument popularly used in auspicious occasions began. Nemakumar was anointed with paste made out of herbs and medicated with various ornaments. In the morning, he was applied sandalwood paste prepared from one of the most exquisite sandalwood called Goshish Chandan. He was adorned with garland made out of white flowers and gems. He wore heavily ornamented clothes and had dancing service gentlemen holding umbrellas and a wielding charmer, a kind of hand fan. Ahead of him were the millions of princes and celestial beings, while he himself was seated on a chariot with white horses. Behind him were the various kings seated on elephants, and along with Krishna and Baldev. Along with them were the hundreds of people on horses and elephants partaking in the wedding procession. Behind them were the ladies of the palace seated in palanquins. The radiance of the ornaments was illuminating the sky. They were singing auspicious wedding songs. In front were the Mangal Pakars, who sing auspicious religion songs, and prisoners singing praises of Lord. The sky was reverberating with the sounds of musical instruments contemplating on this drama of the material world unfolding before him. Nemakumar proceeded towards the palace of King Raghu Singh along with the entire procession. When the Lord came in the students to marry Rakimati, with a deal Navina, friends of Rajimati, who were in the terrace of the palace at that time, began praising Allah. At that time, even Rajimati came down to the balcony of the palace along with her friends to have a glimpse of her husband. Bedecked by splendid clothes and ornaments, she was glorified like a goddess of heaven. Seeing them far with her own eyes, Rajimati did not believe in fortune and began thinking it was only due to a great deal of merit from the past. But destiny had something else in store for her. That very moment, her right eye was hunted with the foresight of bad omen. She was scared and about it. She expected for them. With hope too short to they started spitting while chanting, inauspicious things begun. But little did they know why her eye had fluttered. What could a knave fitting the tent do when the suffering actually signified Rajimati's liberation? At the very same time, when Lord Nemina's chariot proceeded further ahead towards the palace of King Ugrasen with great festival, the mourning crying of animals that were caged in the nearby building was heard. It was as if all the animals were raising their heads and saying to Lord Neminath in their own language, "O Lord of the three worlds and protector of all living beings, protect us, protect us." Moved by the sound of these animals, Lord Neminath's heart was filled with compassion for the poor souls. Despite knowing the reason of the mourning to his Avidigyan, he asked the chariot another day, "What is this sound about?" The chariot replied, "These animals are meant to be sacrificed for the food that is to be served to the bridegroom's procession. At the cost of the lives of these poor souls, we are going to enjoy our meal at the wedding." Lord Neminath was aghast that the wedding would result in the massacre of thousands of innocent and meek animals that were without any shelter. At that time, a few days sincerely prayed to the Lord that, "O Savior of the poor souls, we are animals living in the forest, eating grass, drinking water from the stream, without interfering in anyone's life. We have no refuge. We have done nothing wrong in our lives to be sacrificed like this. Protect us, O Savior." The helplessness and despondency visible in their eyes touched Lord Neminath. The Lord, who was an embodiment of compassion and an ocean of kindness, immediately asked the chariot to be turned back and asked for all the animals to be free. Seeing him turn back, King Samadhavija and Queen Shiva Devi started weeping and began pleading to the Lord to reconsider his decision. Shiva Devi pleaded, "O Lord, it is my one and only desire to see your wife's face after marriage. Will you not fulfill this small wish of mine?" Samadhavija also requested, "Are you trying to surpass Tirthankars in the past like Vishwadev and others have enjoyed luxuries of marriage life before attaining liberation? Are you trying to surpass them by remaining a celibate? Please fulfill this small wish of ours." Even the 56 crore people in the procession were saddened by this. Vishnu and his family made sincere efforts to have Neminath reconsider his decision. The Lord very humbly replied, "If enjoying the luxuries of one lady that asking me to pursue such kind of activities that lead to killing of thousands of animals, asking me to persist kind of activities that lead to an increase of the cycle of birth and death does not suit people like you. This and other such explanations eventually had them reconciled with the situation.
On the other hand, there was the news of Lord Neminath returning back. Vajapati lost her sense and fell to the ground as if she had been struck by a ritual. The weapon of Indra. Her friends gave her some mediation, and when she regained her consciousness, she began to weep inconsolably and spoke in an extremely sober voice. O Jama of the other friend, O wise one, O refuge of the world, O ocean of compassion, why have you turned your back on me, leaving me disgust, O Lord? If you only wanted to insult me, why did you think me worthy of me in the first place? No. Hearing this ruling of Vajapati, one friend suggested we will marry to another prince who is more worthy than Kalsimon. Hearing this, Vajapati clasped her hands around hers and said, "What are you talking about? This doesn't suit you. Even if the sun rises from the west, I'm not going to marry anyone other than Nimkaman." Saying this, Vajapati turned towards Nimkaman and said, Oh Lord, you are doing to me in this world. You have decided to tread on the path of renunciation by fulfilling the wish of askers by giving them more than what they desire. What wrong have I done then, O Lord, that I don't get your hand, your company? Lord Nimit, with a sense of detachment from the world, Vajapati made up her mind and decided that let it be that the Lord does not accept me on the occasion of the wedding, but on the occasion of Diksha, renunciation, I will most surely have the Lord place his hands to my head. Lord Niminath, who was completely dispassionate about worldly pleasures, had arrived in the pretext of getting married owing to that of the affection of previous age births. Returning back as if to him it was time for Vajapati's liberation in this ninth birth.
So, as you can see, these kids are really making an effort. Imagine the amount of knowledge they're sharing or they have recited, at least to present in front of you. What I'm hearing just sitting on the stage express their noise, but more of your chatter. Do you think it's right for them? Should I do their voting, how they are feeling here? So please maintain silence. It's not an easy task. They're standing in front of you 2 minutes and speaking, really almost reading a story without looking at anything. So please at least appreciate what they've done. By keeping silence, clapping absolutely important, by keeping silence even more so. कोई ना फोन नहीं है खोई गए थे इस iPhone 13 they're trying to call मरी गए थे okay thank you.
At that time, 9 Lokantic days, a type of celestial beings, came to the Lord, and after bowing down to him, began saying, O compassionate Master, O great Lord, kindly establish the terrace. At that time, Lord Neminath started the Samvatsritan, the distribution of alms for 1 year with items that the celestial beings had brought down at the behest of Indra. Lord Neminath gave alms for an entire year to needy and poor people, thus completing his responsibility of Samvatsritan. On completion of 1 year, Shakrendra and other Indras built a Shibika, a palanquin for the Lord, called Uttarkaru. Lord Neminath ascended that Shibika. The whole street of Dwarka were decorated on this occasion. Indras, celestial beings, Asuras or demons, then Dasharas, Sri Krishna and other kings, King Samudra Vijay, Shiva Devi, and other queens. Various princes and princesses were present to participate in the procession of Lord Neminath's Diksha. Surrounded by them on the 6th day of Shukla Paksh, Shravan month, with the Lord Neminath sat seated in the Shabika, traveled through the main roads of Dwarka and reached the Hasmara forest on the Girnar mountain. Stopping the caravan there, Lord Neminath stepped out of his Shabika and took off all his ornaments. 300 years after his birth, on the 6th day of Shukla Paksha, Shravan month, with a vow of fasting for 2 consecutive days, in the first prahar, a quarter of the day, when the moon was in the Chitra Nakshatra, Lord Neminath pulled out his hair in 5 rounds, known as Panchmushti Lodge, with his fifth, and undertook the sacred vow of Diksha along with 1,000 other men. Indra took the hair of the Lord and Chakrendra immersed them in Shir Samudra. Indra draped the Lord in Divdashya, a type of celestial cloth, and then silenced the crowd. In this complete, utter silence, Lord Neminath uttered the Sarva Samayik Sutra, which marked the formal acceptance of aesthetic life. At that very moment, Lord Neminath attained the 4th type of Gyan, known as Manaparvya Gyan. At that time, living beings of all 3 worlds experienced momentary happiness.
After that, Indra and the other kings who had assembled there, the Lord's renunciation ceremony, bowed down to him, then went back to their respective places. On the 2nd day of Diksha, Lord Neminath broke his fast and did Parna at Paramansuri. There the celestial beings turned out 5 divine things. After Diksha, the Lord lived a very strict ascetic life, following all the shamits and good deeds without any blemishes. He spent 54 days as Jagmas, that is, before he got enlightened and attained Keval Gyan. Wandering from place to place, he finally arrived at the Sahasram forest on the Amavasya of Asaman, the last day of the Krishna Paksha of Asaman. Having undertaken a vow of 3 consecutive fasts called Atamta, while standing in the Yoksar, a type of meditation under the Vitus tree. When the moon was in Chitra Nakshatra, Lord Neminath ascended the Shapakshani, an inner process of intense purification of the soul that inevitably leads in destruction of all the Gatakas. After destroying all his Gatikamas, he obtained the unobstructed Keval Gyan and Keval Darshan. The thrones of Indra shook, and using the Abdi Gyan, they came to know about Lord Neminath's Keval Gyan. Lord Neminath began his sermons, began his Deshna sermons, which was like nectar to the ears. After listening to this, King Vardha, along with 2,000 other kings, took Diksha and became the first of 18 Gandhas of Lord Neminath.
ચાલો મેં પહેલા પણ કીધું હતું ટ્રેલર છે મુકેશભાઈ હવે પિક્ચર આવે છે ઘડી ઘડી આવશે આ છોકરાઓ એક વાત તમને કહી દઉં તમને એમ લાગતું હશે કે આ શું બોલે તે કઈ સમજાતું નથી બરાબર ને પણ આ જેટલું લોકો બોલે છે હું તમને જો આપું એક પેપર હાથમાં અને તમને એમ કહું કે 3 અઠવાડિયામાં વગર જોઈ બોલવાનું છે તો પણ ન બોલી શકાય એક નામ અહીંયાથી આપ્યું એ નામ પણ યાદ નથી જોઈને બોલવું પડે છે એકવાર તાળીઓ 3 અઠવાડિયા આ છોકરાઓ બાય હાર્ટ જે એમના સિલેબસમાં નથી જે સિલેબસનું પૂછ્યું તો આપણે આ બધું સિલેબસની બહારનું છે માટે ચાલો એક સરસ મજાની વાત કમલાબેન કેસી જૈન તરફથી દરેક બાળકોને 5-5 પાઉન્ડની પ્રભાવના દરેક બાળકોને હજી પણ કહું છું ઘણા બધા છોકરાઓ આવવાના બાકી છે 125 છોકરાઓ 5 પાઉન્ડની પ્રભાવના કરો તો 625 થાય અને 10 પાઉન્ડની કરો તો 1250 થાય બરાબર છે એટલે 5 પાઉન્ડ તો આવી ગયા 504 પાઉન્ડ પાછળના ફંડમાં અને હિતેશભાઈ જ્યોતિબેન હિતેશભાઈ રાયાણી પરિવાર તરફથી 251 પાઉન્ડ પાછળના ફંડની અંદર અર્પણ કરવામાં આવ્યા છે મુકેશભાઈ હજી તો ઘણું આવશે બરાબર છે ને હા જય જિનેન્દ્ર. આપ સૌને એક એવા વ્યક્તિનું ઇન્ટ્રોડ્યુસ કરવા જઈ રહ્યો છું કે જેમને આખું એમનું જીવન છેલ્લા 40 વર્ષથી આપણા ગુજરાતી સમાજને ઉપર લાવવા માટે, એટલે ગુજરાતી એટલા માટે કે તે દરેક કમ્યુનિટીને સર્વ કરે છે, પણ she belongs to જૈન કમ્યુનિટી. એવા જીવન એક સૂર અને એવી પુસ્તક લખનારા અને તમારા વિના એવી પુસ્તક લખનારા શ્રી જોશનાબેન ડીઆર શાહ from ગુજરાત સમાચાર. પ્લીઝ રાઉન્ડ ઓફ applause to her.
Thank you, Neerajbhai. Distinguished guests, મારા વાલા ભાઈઓ બહેનો અને ભૂલકાઓ, આપ સૌને જોઈને મારું હૈયું એટલું હરખાય છે કે પહેલી જ વાર અથવા તો યુકેના સમાજમાં જોઈએ તો 3 જનરેશન એક સાથે આટલી મોટી સંખ્યામાં જો હાજર રહ્યું હોય તો આપણું મહાવીર ફાઉન્ડેશન છે. ખરેખર ખૂબ જ ધન્ય છે મહાવીર ફાઉન્ડેશન. કહેવા આવીશું મારી વાત, પણ તમારી વાત કર્યા વિના રહી શકતી નથી, કારણ કે તમે એટલું સુંદર કાર્યક્રમ યોજ્યો છે, નાના નાના બાળકોને કેટલી સુંદર રીતે તૈયાર કર્યા છે, એટલે આપણું ભવિષ્ય એકદમ ઉજળું છે એ અહીંયા એની સાક્ષી છે. અને અવારનવાર સરસ કામ કરતા રહો એવી મારી શુભેચ્છા છે અને આપણે ફરી પાછા મળતા રહીશું. પણ એક ખાસ વાત એ કહેવાની છે કે મેં આ 2 પુસ્તકો લખ્યા છે. હું 40 વર્ષથી ગુજરાત સમાચારમાં એડિટોરિયલ ડિપાર્ટમેન્ટમાં છું. પહેલા મેનેજિંગ એડિટર હતી અને 2011 થી એઝ અ કન્સલ્ટિંગ એડિટર વર્ક કરું છું, એટલે વોલેન્ટિયર વર્ક જ કરું છું. અને મારી આ બુકમાં સ્પેશિયલ વિભાગ જૈન જગતનો પણ છે કે એમાં આખી જૈન લોકોએ જે કંઈ હિસ્ટોરિકલ ઇવેન્ટ્સ કરી છે એ બધી કવરેજ મેં આમાં કરી છે. અને એ સિવાય ઘણી બધી મોટી મોટી વ્યક્તિઓને મળવાનું થયું છે, તો એમના ઇન્ટરવ્યુઝ અને મારા પત્રકારત્વમાં હું કેવી રીતે એન્ટર થઈ એ બધું, અને મારી લાઈફ, મારું વતન, એની હિસ્ટ્રી, જ્યોગ્રાફી બધું જ એમાં સમાયેલું છે. એટલે તમને સર્વાંગી પુસ્તક તરીકે અને બ્રિટનનું એક લાઈફ આખું એમાંથી તમને દેખાશે એવા પુસ્તકો છે. અને હું આ પુસ્તકની વેલ્યુ માત્ર 10 પાઉન્ડ છે અને હું આ બુકની કઈ પણ રકમ આવે એ બધું ચેરિટીમાં જ આપું છું. એટલે આ વખતે મહાવીર ફાઉન્ડેશન થકી જે કઈ બુકનું વેચાણ થશે એની બધી જ રકમ હું મહાવીર ફાઉન્ડેશનને સાદર કરીશ. તો આશા રાખું કે આપ સૌ સપોર્ટ કરશો તો એમ ફાઉન્ડેશનને પણ સપોર્ટ થશે. અને જેઓને વાંચનનો શોખ છે, ગુજરાતીનો શોખ છે, લિટરેચરનો શોખ છે, એમના માટે આ પુસ્તક મને ખાતરી છે કે ખૂબ સરસ રહેશે, કારણ કે મને ઘણા બધાના પ્રતિભાવ મળ્યા છે અને તમારા પણ મળે એવી અપેક્ષા રાખું છું. થેન્ક યુ, મને તમે સમય આપી અને આટલા બિઝી શેડ્યુલમાં ચાન્સ આપ્યો એ માટે નીરજભાઈ અને કમિટી મેમ્બર અને તમે લોકો એટલી સખત મહેનત કરી છે કે આટલો સુંદર કાર્યક્રમ તમે સ્ટેજ પર રજૂ કર્યો છે. અને સૌથી વધારે આ બાળકો, એ તો મને બહુ જ વાલા છે.
થેન્ક યુ વેરી મચ જોશના આંટી. તમારો સપોર્ટ ખૂબ જ છે, પણ અમે આ મોમેન્ટને મિસ કરવા નથી માંગતા. તો ઇટ્સ અ ઓપોર્ચ્યુનિટી ફોર અસ ટુ ઓનર યુ. જસ્ટ ગીવ અસ અ 1 મિનિટ. થેન્ક યુ વેરી મચ. બધા એક સાથે હેલો. જૈનમ જયતિ શાસનમ, જૈનમ જયતિ શાસનમ, જૈનમ જયતિ શાસનમ, જૈનમ જયતિ શાસનમ. મારે બોલવાનું છે કે બધા બોલવાનું? ચલો. જૈનમ જયતિ, જૈનમ જયતિ, જૈનમ જયતિ, જૈનમ જયતિ. બોલો જીનો શાસનમ.
જય
બોલો જીનો શાસનમ.
This is what the show goes on. And now we have another fantastic performance. Fantastic performance from our older girls who have been taught, trained by some wonderful teachers who are here, sitting here. Thanks, Hirangi. They are getting ready. So, તમે જેમ આગળ પણ શાંતિ જાળવી એમ શાંતિ જાળવી રાખજો અને એમને ખૂબ ખૂબ ઉત્સાહન આપજો, પ્રોત્સાહન આપજો. તેથી એ લોકોને દર વર્ષે આ કરવાની ભાવના થાય, ઈચ્છા થાય. And we set some standards for them as well. એ લોકો મોટા થાય તો એમને પણ આવી રીતે બીજા માટે શાંતિ રાખવા. Almost ready.
સ્ક્રીન ઉપર તમે જે જોયું ને એ હવે આવવાનું બાકી છે. એટલે ટ્રેલર હતું, તમે ઊભા ના થઈ જાવ માટે ટ્રેલર તમને બતાવ્યું. ઓકે, હવે આપણે ડાન્સને માણીએ.
आज संयमनु पाने पर पहरीने हो आज संयम पाने कर पहरीने हो राजूने ममरिया हो राजूने ममरिया प्रीत है नवीन तुम्हारी जाने जो प्रीत ने नवीन तुम्हारी जाने जो राजूने तुम्हारी जाने तुझो राजूने ममरिया जाने ये है मुझे सारा
Wonderful performance. 3 cheers again for કરો ભાઈ આગળનો પ્રોગ્રામ ચાલુ છે.
21 to 34 નામાંના kids please આવી જાઓ જેથી આપણે આપણો કાર્યક્રમ આગળ વધારી શકીએ. ચાલો જલ્દી.
Hello. 21 to 34. All the kids on the last speech presentation. મમ્મી નો પ્રોગ્રામ જોવો છે ને મમ્મી બાકી છે હજી આવવાના. બસ 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 ચલો બોલો લક્ષ્મી નારાયણ ભગવાન કી. હું તમને સાચું કહું છું આ પ્રેઝન્ટેશન પૂરું થાય 14 છોકરાઓ બાકી છે. ખાલી 14 થી 15 મિનિટ તમારું ધ્યાન એને આપજો અને આની પછી તમને નચાવવા માટે તમને એટલો બધો આનંદ આવવાનો છે એ તો હવે અમારા અંકિતભાઈ કહેશે જ પણ મારું ખાલી એટલું જ મોટિવ છે કે 14 મિનિટ માટે 15 મિનિટ માટે આ છેલ્લા 14 છોકરાઓને આપણે શાંતિથી સાંભળી લઈએ. બરાબર છે? અને શું આવવાનું છે તમારા સ્ક્રીન ઉપર જોજો આપણે મહાવીર ફાઉન્ડેશને ધીરજભાઈ ક્યાં છે મહાવીર ફાઉન્ડેશને ખાલી 2 મહેમાનની ઇન્ડિયાથી નથી બોલાવ્યા. એક મહેમાન હર્ષિલભાઈ બીજા મહેમાન મોક્ષિતભાઈ અને આજે હમણાં 1 કલાકની અંદર આપણા ભારત દેશની રજત શર્મા પણ આવવાના છે. તમારે રજત શર્માને મળવું છે. એની માટે બેસવું પડશે અને આ છોકરાઓને બરાબર સાંભળવા પડશે.
Shri Anush Nemi stayed a prince for 300 years. After taking Diksha, he stayed for 54 days as a Chakmas and 54 days less from 700 years as an Omniscient. Thus, having spent 700 years as an ascetic, when Lord Neminath was on the verge of completing his lifespan of 1,000 years, a significant portion of the 4th era of Avsarvidi, the descending time cycle, had elapsed. Knowing that his lifespan was nearing its end, Lord Neminath traveled and came to Raivadgiri, where he gave his last Dishna. Thereafter, along with 536 monks, Lord Neminath undertook Padmagaman Anshan, a type of penance. After completing the Anshan of 1 month, on the midnight of the 8th day of Shukla Paksh of Ashad month, Ashad Sud Atham, when the moon was in Chitra Nakshatra, sitting in Paryank Asan on the Girnar mountain, Lord Neminath destroyed all his karmas through the process of Yog Nirod and went to moksha along with the other 536 monks.
The majestic Ganaur mountain stands firm in the south of Saurashtra, encompassing 14 terraces. The main temple of Lord Neminath called Neminath Bhavan Tomb. This is also called Karna Viha Prasad. The temple is adorned with the oldest idol of Neminath Dada. It has been approximately 84,786 years since the installation of the idol, and many occasions of restoration have happened in the temple from time to time. In the periphery, surrounding the main idol, are several idols of various functions. Celestial god and goddess are guarding this site, statues of highly knowledgeable and great Jain monks are found. In the main temple lies another sanctum of 21 feet wide and 38 feet long. In the center of the sanctum are two platforms with approximately 840 footprints concentrated. In a room located outside the periphery of Lord Agamemnon, get the restoration of the North Star 1920 to 1985. In the center of the sanctum, in the center of the sanctum, yeah, of the current color, which is equivalent to white in color and made in faculties range. Sometimes its miraculous powers are actually translate state and experience a different level of spiritual happiness. The special feature of the Bible is its finally confident.
Right behind the temple of Lord Neminath, that's the temple of Lord Adinath for Jagmugodin. The height of Lord Adinath is 31 inches. The consecration of the temple was carried out by Jagmugodin of the Purval sect under the able guidance of Acharya Vijay Industry. The Vikram Samvat year 1848 on Friday, 6 days into the second half of the month of Aishar. Jagmugodin also managed to use the administrative accounts of the Shrine of Girnar, and was even the caretaker of the temples. Askoyane Uppercut in the city of Junagadh has been named after him as Jagmochao. Heading outwards from the northern exit from the periphery of Lord Neminath summit, a flight of stairs will lead you outwards towards 3 temples.
Second thereafter, after on Greenland Mountain is Marathon, which is a combination of 3 terraces. First is Panchmari Temple, situated on the right of the entrance of the main temple of the Merrick Washington is the Panchmari Temple. The construction of the Panchmari Temple is extremely elegant. There are 5 maiden ends of the temple. The construction of the Panchmari Temple is extremely elegant. There are 5 maiden ends of these on these temples. And each of the 4 items. Each based on one of the cardinal directions. Inscriptions have been found that the fact it gave the installation of an idol of Lord Rishabdev 9 or Lord Rishabdev 9-inch. Going out of the Panchmari Temple and before entering the main temple of Merrick Washington, on the left side there is a 138-inch Lord Rishabdev idol that is established in posture of Padmasana. On seeing this idol, you will be reminded of an idol of Lord Advait's temple in Shakuntala Mountain. Hence, this idol is also called Lord Advait's temple. Even though this idol is made out of black stone, it is hardly plastered in white. The Merak Stone was built from the donations raised by King Siddhartha's minister, Saraj. Coming out of Merak Stone, one can reach Sangram Soni Stone from the northern side entrance. The main temple of this marvelous 52-idol temple area has a 2-story Rangmani. It has nice provision of seating the ladies in the upper story during proceedings. The main deity is Lord Sahasrapana Parshvanath's 29-inch idol. Sangram Soni, who was a merchant by profession in Siddhapur area Patan district, had built this temple. It is said that Sangram Soni donated 36,000 gold coins to the knowledge library, corresponding to 36,000 questions in Bhagavati Sutra. in other. Using this money, Kalpa Sutras and other sacreds, Jain literatures were written with golden ink.
Coming out of Sangram Soni, from the northern gate, one enters Kumarpal Fort. As soon as one enters Kumarpal Fort, one's compound is visible all the sides of the main temple. Walking in the compound, one reaches the main temple, wherein one comes across a giant, Rang Mandap. Walking further, there is one more Rang Mandap. The main idol of this temple is 24-inch than Swami Bhagwan. In the northern premises of the temple, there is a large well named Dedika. Its water level never goes above the surface. Kumarpal Maharaj was king of Gujarat from year 1143 to 1174. He had constructed this tomb. Except for a small door from the north side, there is a narrow path to reach temple of Chandraprabha Swami Bhagwan, just ahead of Demkund.
Chandraprabha Swami Temple is situated in Nizamate. Main idol of Chandraprabha Swami Bhagwan of 16 inches is the myth in Vikram Samvat 1901. The roof of the temple is well decorated with many beautiful paintings, and various statues have been installed on it on all the sides. Returning towards Kumar Baluk, and from there coming out of Naminath, then on, reaching the road near the midnight of Uppercut. One week passes by the Manohar Bhuvan Dharmachala road on the opposite side of the road. Moving forward, passing through Surajkund, one reaches Mansingh Bhojaj temple. The great submission. First time to the great mountains. Next thought and that's what they said. Free from the cycle of all mountains. That's why the serpent is also known as the Chandrabhat or Hathi. Dash or Hathi means elephant, and Pad or Bagla means second. This survey is also referenced in the Bhaskar of Skandapur. This is also referenced in the Craving of a Jain idol. Stealing from the tent and emptying as thought.
Guys, just a little bit more patience and silence. As you can see, we only got about 7 or so minutes left. So please allow them this opportunity to come and present what they've learned. So little bit of presence. I know some of you think I'm moving, but do it quietly, please. Everyone in the front and back. Thank you.
According to the scripture, Satyajit Maharaj, at the time of consideration of Lord Niminath's main idol, along with Emperor Bharat Chakravarti and the chief disciples of Tirthankar, even Indra, the king of all celestial beings, accompanied his ceremony. Rituals of conservation ceremony, he pointed the idol with carry out this point. discussion. I think that there is discussion. The benefits brought in the past. Still being used. Clarified button. According to some strong instruction, from dating back to Vikram Sambha, year 1250, a wall was constructed surrounding the reservoir. Several idols, including the one of Goddess Ambika, were installed therein. Mansingh George Temple was built by Kutch Mandis, Bisa Oswal, Mansingh Raj. Sambhavnath Bhagwan's 25 inch height is seated as the main idol in the temple. Suraj Kund, which comes on the way of this temple, was also built by Mansingh Raj. He also formally installed Adeshwar Temple in Nagar village near Vikram Sambha 1901. Coming out of this temple and back onto the main road, wonders of north comes the Vastapur and Tejpal temple. Vastapur and Tejpal temple create three temples comprising of three temples joining each other. These temples by Vastapur and Tejpal between Vikram Samvat 1232 and Vikram Samvat 1242. The main idol in this temple is the 43-inch Kamla Parshvanath Vigraha. This idol was established on Saturday, Vaishakh 6th in the Vikram Samvat 1306 by Acharya Devsuri Maharaj Sahib's disciple, Jayanand Maharaj Sahib, in the lineage of Acharya Pratyagna Suri Maharaj. Behind the temple is the Mother's Temple, which is famous as the Gumastan Temple. This temple was built in the name of Vastupal's mother Pinar Devi, so it is known as Vastupal's Mother's Temple. This temple was built by Kutch Mandis Gulab Shah, so it is known as Gulab Shah's Temple. It is the 8th temple out of 14. The main idol of this temple is the 19-inch idol of Sri Sambhavnath Bhagwan. Coming out of Vastupal Tejpal temple, heading north, one reaches King Sampati's temple. This temple was built by King Sampati. The main idol of this temple is 57-inch idol of Sri Nirmalam Bhagwan. Coming out of King Sampati's temple, we enter into Gyan Wow temple. The main idol of this temple is a 16-inch idol of Sri Sambhavnath Bhagwan. The 11th temple is Sri Dharamchand Hemchand temple. The main idol of this temple is a 29-inch idol of Sri Shankanath Bhagwan. The 12th temple is known as Malavati's temple. The main idol of this temple is a 21-inch idol of Sri Shankanath Bhagwan. The 13th temple is Chomuchi temple with the main deity as Sri Neminath Data. Rehanemi temple is the 14th temple on the mountain of Girnar. The main deity of Rehanemi temple is a 51-inch black idol of Siddh Bhagwan Rehanemi. This idol was anointed about 6 to 7 years ago. This should probably be the only Jain temple where the Moon Nayak Bhagwan is not a Arihat Bhagwan but a Siddh Bhagwan. Rehanemi was the younger brother of the 22nd Tirthankara Sri Neminath Bhagwan. He came to Girnar mountain after getting ordinated into monkhood and pursuing ascetic practices here and eliminating the eight karmas and attending moksha and keval jnana sahaswa. Place of Lord Nimit's Diksha and Kilugnan Kalyana. This is where he renounced the world for living an ascetic life, and also the place where he became enlightened and attained omniscience. There are thousands of mango trees here, because of which Sahasrara is also known as Sastranamavana. Sanskrit means thousands, and Amra means mango. Which brings place to the mind and body. The sound of people in this region still reminds of Sri Bhagwan's aversion from worldly pleasures during his renunciation. Many Bhagwans and considered also in this region. Small shrines are erected of Diksha and Kilugnan Kalyana.
I want to share some miraculous experiences that happened in the main temple of Girnar. About family from Ahmedabad had led a congregation of pilgrims to Girnar. Hearts filled with devotion and enthusiasm, he showered Lord Neminath with superior liquids alongside the most exquisite ornaments. At the time, huge droplets of water trickled down the walls of the temple. Lord Neminath's idols remained wet despite being wiped thrice. Finally, the rituals were carried out on the wet idol. Also, once, several devotees were meditating in a meditation room located in the campus of the main temple in Girnar, and the continuous sound of huge bell tolling fell on their ears.
Girnar and Kshetrunjay have an eminent position in our scriptures, and devotees offering prayers to either of these different matters have the potential to destroy all the accumulated sins of one's soul. Thus, according to our scriptures, even a single devotion through the pilgrimage of Girnar will be a stepping stone to one's liberation. Vastakula Charitra, Pratsam 5, verse 88. Souls having the potential of attaining salvation destroy the karmas attached to the souls in business as slow lives by meditating on Girnar or even sitting at home. Be victorious, the highest mountain. Shri Girnar Mahadev, verse 19. Knowing about the eminence of the world's famous Girnar Mahadev, come on, let's take a while to spread the information we gain. Thus create awareness about the known facts of this holy land, strive to visit Girnar and get enriched in the worship and devotion of this great shrine. Finally, take an oath to visit Girnar once in a year.
હલો હલો ચાલો સંવત્સરી પ્રતિક્રમણનું સામયિક પાડવાની વિધિ આવી ગઈ છે અને પારણુની પણ તૈયારી થવાની છે. છેલ્લો આદેશ, છેલ્લો આ છોકરું બોલી રહ્યું છે અને મને એમ લાગ્યું કે મને અહીંયા બેઠેલા સાંભળે છે કે નહીં, પણ તમને કહી દઉં કે જે ઓનલાઈન જોવે છે એને જે મેં કીધું ને એ સાંભળ્યું અને એક મેસેજ આવ્યો. એ મેસેજ સાંભળવા જેવો છે. એટલે છોકરાઓના મમ્મી માટે દરેક છોકરાઓને 10-10 પાઉન્ડની પ્રભાવના ફ્રોમ હેમચંદ, નેમચંદભાઈ, મુક્તાબેન, પ્રિયનભાઈ, નીતાબેન એન્ડ હિતેશભાઈ તરફથી દરેક છોકરાઓને 10-10 પાઉન્ડની પ્રભાવના સાથે રજનીકાંતભાઈ, અમૃતલાલ શાહ તરફથી 45 પાઉન્ડ પાછળના ફંડની અંદર અર્પણ કરવામાં આવ્યા છે. એકવાર પાડી તમારે હજી પણ આ છોકરાઓને કંઈક અર્પણ કરવું હોય તો 5 પાઉન્ડના હિસાબે 625 થાય, 10 પાઉન્ડના હિસાબે 1250 થાય. આનાથી વધારે હોય તો અહીંયા નાચવા લાગીશ. ચાલો લાસ્ટ.
There was a critical and immediate need to restore and repair the temples on the vast temple in Adir. In those circumstances, around 1979, Parampuja Acharya Shri Nityananda Sarji came to Girnar. Upon seeing the dilapidated conditions of the temple,
He had a burning desire to restore the structure to its once lost glory. Keeping this in mind, he managed to pursue people from different villages and cities to be a part of this by contributing whatever they could. Also, Acharya Himanshu Suruji Maharaj was especially involved in various services of the Jain religious order so that he could relieve himself partly from the indebtedness he owed to the Jain order. Once during his yatra to Ginnar, he experienced unprecedented joy upon visiting the holy places of Diksha and Kaivalyan of the 22nd Kalyana, Lord Neminath. He felt deplored on seeing the declining importance of holy places such as Sahasavan at Ginnar.
Thank you, children. You can start making your way down. Thank you. Can you again please clap for these children so they can get inspired to perform again? So next up is some girls bringing a dance performance to continue the story of Nemnath Ji Girnar. And what is their age group, Ankit?
All the Pathshala girls who continue to be part of this broader group. So let's enjoy the next dance. They're just taking the position and get ready for some music.
Panchami.
Thank you. What a wonderful performance. And to bring an end for this wonderful journey of Girnar, Nemnath Bhagwan, what we have gone through today afternoon. I'm sure just like me, you all have learned a lot more about, Girnar, the Derasar is there, and about Nemnath Bhagwan and his life. So make sure you, whenever you visit India, do try and go to Girnar and visit Girnar. So moving on to our next act for today. Now I think I can call evening. We're almost there. So as Rajneesh has said, life should be a continuous celebration, a festival of lights the whole year round. Only then can you grow up, can you blossom.
The greatness of our culture can be found in festivals. And Indian culture is no stranger to celebration and festivals. Whether from January to December or Kartik to Aso, there is a festival for each season, each month in India, which we like to cherish, we like to celebrate. Guys, last few minutes, you're going to have tremendous performances which are lined up. So please keep quiet, silence. All the performers as well, please keep silence. These festivals have both religious and cultural importance, but most importantly, they teach us values and they bring us together. They are vibrant and colorful as our audience here. Huge round of applause to our audience. Children, huge round of applause. Okay.
So to celebrate this vibrancy and remind this Indian festival, today about 36 members of our own MF Ladies Wing will showcase their performances around the major festivals celebrated across India. As we said, we almost have one festival a month, right? I mean, it could be religious, it could be cultural. There is somewhere in India that will always find some festival happening. Also, on this occasion, MF Ladies Wing would like to thank you all for being part of this extraordinary community and invite all of you to embark this journey together, supporting and uplifting one another in every step of way. They would also like to encourage each one of you ladies around here. Huge round of applause for all the ladies here, please. Who is part of this MF community to actively engage and be part of this wonderful group to achieve various different activities they carry out. So get ready for the lasting performance from MF Ladies Wing.
I am also going because I am also performing. See you later.
See you.
Yo, with bucket and load. उड़कर हवा में खुशियां फैलाने आई खुशी रखने आसमां को जगाने आई पतंग आई
सजना बिन बेकार है लोग, सजना बिन बेकार है लोग।
Represents the arrival of spring and the triumph of good over evil. You all may know the story of Holika and Prahlad. Traditionally, Holi was played with flowers and herbs by Lord Krishna with Radhaji and Gopis. Holi shows the mischievous side of the festivity during the month of March through April. So let's play Holi.
मक्खन का स्वाद उपयाकवा मक्खन जो लंकी सो पंडित जिसने पीठी दो हरे कृष्णा हवे नुरावी पूछती जी ने दुनिया सावी अब उनके गुण गाए सब मिलके जन्मस्थानी मनाए